Welcome to this special report on C-Soup Radio. Now introducing award-winning investigative reporter Judd McIlvain.
This interview is based on the true stories of the last surviving member of a three-member CIA contract team known as the 231 Club. These three covert soldiers followed orders which sent them around the world to deliver weapons, money, train American allies, and sometimes eliminate its enemies. For the first time ever, a contract killer for the CIA speaks out about his assignments and the loyalty and love he had for his country and his team members. Now, some of the dates and names and places have been changed in order to protect those who were his associates and the family members who are still alive. And his team called him Cowboy because of a nickname he picked up in an Arab country. Obviously, you couldn't tell your relatives, your family members, or people outside this 231 Club what you did for a living. How do you feel about lying to people that you care about?
Well, it was very difficult, of course. I mean, how would anyone feel having to look somebody that you care about in the eyes and make up stories about where you were going, what you were doing? So I felt like anyone would feel. I felt lousy about it, but I knew it was something I had to do. I mean, that was the job. What are you going to do? Put them in jeopardy? I don't think so.
Well, now, a lot of organizations have a code of ethics.
Well, we did. There were certain rules. There were certain, certain guidelines in how you would behave. There was something called LTF. LTF meant loyalty. You were always loyal to your country, team members, to the associates that you had to work with. There was also T for trust. You always trusted in your partners that they would always be there so that you could feel confident in getting the job done. Now, there is a certain amount of nervousness going into a job, but you don't want it to be overabundant. You want a little nervousness which keeps your sight, your hearing, and all your senses sharp. Then there was F for focus. You always focused more than 100% on preparing for the assignment and during the assignment. You never thought about anything else. You always left everything else back home. There was one rule that was called the 24-hour rule. This was a favorite of Michael's especially. And the rule was that if you did something fantastic, you did something you wanted to brag about, you could brag about all day long for 24 hours. And if you did something that you were ashamed of, you failed at, then you had 24 hours to cry about it. And
then you sucked it up and you went on.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak out and tell us this amazing story. I'm Judd McIlvain, the troubleshooter, and you've been listening to a special report. Thank you again for listening.